Hello students, in today's chemistry class, you will learn about characteristics of chemical reactions. Now let's see about the characteristics. In a chemical reaction, the substance known as reactant are converted into new substance called products. The conversion of reactant into product in a chemical reaction is often accompanied by some features which can be observed easily. The easily observable features which take place as a result of chemical reaction are known as characteristics of chemical reaction. Means through these characteristics we can observe easily that the chemical reaction has been occurred. So first characteristic is evolution of a gas. Second, formation of a precipitate. Third, change in color. Fourth, change in temperature. And the fifth is change in state. It means after observing these changes in the reactant, we can say that chemical reaction has completed. Now let's see the first characteristic, that is change of color. Certain chemical reactions are characterized by the change in color of reacting substance. For an example, when iron nails are dropped into a blue colored copper sulfate solution, its color changes into green color. This change in color shows that chemical reaction has occurred. There are some chemical reactions, means there are certain chemical reactions which occur in our day-to-day life and we can consider them as a change of color example. First is, as in the case of autumn leaves, a change in color is clue to indicate a chemical change. Means the color changes in the leaves from green to red or any other color, that is signifies a chemical change. Now when we cut an apple or when we leave a half-eaten apple, that turns brown and the color of the apple changes into brown, shows that chemical reaction has occurred there. The reason is that a chemical change occurs when food spoils. When food spoils, then also color changes. Now the next is change of state. In some chemical reactions, the reactants might start with a particular physical state and end up in another physical state. For an example, the reaction between hydrogen and oxygen, which results in the formation of water. And as you know, hydrogen and oxygen both are gas and water is in liquid state. So there is change of state occur in certain reactions. Now the next is change of smell. In some chemical reactions, there is a change of smell. Means, for an example, when hydrogen combines with sulfur, it forms hydrogen sulfide. And hydrogen sulfide, its smell is just like a rotten egg. So that rotten egg smell or foul smell signifies that the formation of hydrogen sulfide. Now the next is heat is evolved or released. In some chemical reactions, energy in the form of heat and light is either evolved or released. Now the next is evolution of gas. In some chemical reactions, a gas is evolved when the product is formed. This is an example of evolution of gas. when zinc react with dilute sulfuric acid, then hydrogen gas is evolved out. Means when we will in dilute sulfuric acid, when you will add zinc, there will be production of hydrogen gas in the form of fumes, means in the form of bubbles. There will be production of bubbles in the flask, and this formation of bubbles signifies the production of hydrogen gas. Now the last is formation of precipitate. An insoluble solid known as precipitate is formed in some chemical reactions. So first, students, see precipitate. Precipitate is a solid clumps, like solid clumps. They settled at the bottom of the test tube. When there will be a reaction between two reactants, then there will be a clump formation. Clump solid formation is occurred, and that is settled at the bottom of test tube, and that solid formed is called precipitate, and the liquid remaining above the solid is called supernatant. An example of formation of precipitate is when silver nitrate reacts with sodium chloride, it gives a white colored precipitate of silver chloride and sodium nitrate. So when there will be reaction between silver nitrate and sodium chloride, the white precipitate will be, you can observe white precipitate at the bottom of test tube, and that shows the occurrence of chemical reaction. Now the next topic is chemical equations. A representation of a chemical reaction with the help of symbols and chemical formulae of the substance involved in it is called chemical equation. For an example, zinc plus, when zinc react with sulfuric acid, it gives out zinc sulfate plus hydrogen. And when the reaction is written in words, that is called as word equation. And when the reaction is written by using the symbols of the particular reactant or the elements or the compounds, then it is called as chemical equation. In this example, you can see in words it is written zinc plus sulfuric acid, it gives out zinc sulfate plus hydrogen, and same I have written here in the chemical equation form, that is by using symbols of the elements and the compound form, and by the chemical formula I have used. So you can see here Zn plus H2SO4, it gives ZnSO4 plus H2. So previous one is word equation and the second one is chemical equation. Now there are certain steps to write chemical equations. The reactants are always written on the left hand side and the chemical equation with plus sign between them. And the products are always written on the right hand side in a chemical equation with plus sign between them. And in between the reactants and products, there is an arrow which differentiates or which indicates the direction in which the reaction is taking place. In certain cases, a reversible arrow is used between the reactants and the product, and reversible arrow shows the reaction can proceed in either direction, means reaction can be reversed back to the original state. And in certain chemical equations, the physical state of the reactants and the products are indicated by using certain symbols like S for solid, L for liquid, AQ for aqueous, and G for gas. And when there is a evolution of gas, there is arrow pointing upward, means upward pointing arrow is used to indicate the evolution of gas. And when there is a precipitate formation occurs, then arrow pointing downward arrow pointing is used in chemical equation. When there is a evolution of heat, then an exothermic reaction is indicated by writing plus heat in the product side, that is right hand side. And when there is an endothermic reaction, indicate by writing plus heat in the reactant side. Means when there is heat evolved, plus heat we will write in product side, and when there is heat is absorbed, we will write plus heat in reactant side. Some catalysts are being used when there is, in a chemical reaction, when some catalysts are being used, that catalysts are indicated above the arrow. Above or below the arrow, you can mention the catalyst. Certain examples given in your textbook, you can go through them. One example is here. Hydrogen combines with oxygen to form water. Hydrogen plus oxygen, it gives out water. And some other examples are also given in your textbook. Just go through them and go through this topic thoroughly and complete the exercise question answers. This is your homework. Thank you.